the shadow stretching out across the empty pavement tonight. Yeah, I'm shivering just thinking about the way you said goodbye. Every single breath I take feels heavy like a leaden weight now. Can you hear the static screaming through the wires in my head? Don't you leave me hanging on a thread of what we used to be. I'm just staring at the wall until the colors start to bleed out. Wait, I think I'm losing grip on every word I tried to say. Now the silence is the only thing that's loud enough to stay. Get me out of this cold reverie. Yeah, you're tearing up the reality. Burn it down to the ground. Shatter every echo of the sound. Fixing all the patterns on my skin where you used to touch. Maybe I was asking for a little bit too much, you know. Got this bitter twisted copper sitting right behind my teeth, and it's funny how the world keeps spinning underneath my feet. I saw a picture in a frame, but it's looking kinda strange, like a television screen when the signal starts to change. Now, is it real or is it just a habit that I can't quite break? I'm still walking in my sleep, for heaven's sake. Get me out of this cold reverie. Yeah, you're tearing up the reality. Oh, burn it down to the ground. Shatter every echo of the sound. Yeah, you got me running in a circle made of glass, watching every second till the moment finally passes by. I can feel the pressure rising up inside my damn veins, so there's nothing left but the rhythm of the rain. Get me out of this cold reverie. Yeah, you're tearing up the reality. Oh, just burn it down to the ground. Shatter every echo of the sound. Get me out of this cold reverie. Yeah, you're tearing up the reality. Oh, just burn it down to the ground. Shatter every echo of the sound. Ignition. Ignition static in the lose the board. Get a space 0 point void inside. System failure, nowhere left for me to hide. Signal lost, fragment in the human part. Cold machinery beating in a frozen heart. Disconnect, shatter every single frame. No more logic, burning out the very name. Crash the gate now. Burn it down, yeah. God in the machine, eyes wide open. note, I'm just a phantom here. Every second, every minute, feeding on the fear. She wanted, take the pieces, rip them from the bone. Built a castle, built a prison, standing all alone. Off the motion, stop the clock, I'm feeling paper thin. Open up the rusty valves and let the liquid in. Watch it bleed, 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 bleed. Watch it bleed, bleed, bleed. Watch it bleed, 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 bleed. Watch it bleed. Neon colors on a dirty floor. The exit screaming till I can't no more. Pressure rising, boiling in the hollow shell. Step into the fire. Welcome to this living hell. Click, boom, no skip that. Tick, 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 bang. Feel the weight of every heavy song I sang. Razor sharp, cutting through the fabric fast. Nothing is forever. Nothing is designed to last. Wake up! Screaming! Kill the signal! Lose your mind out. Get down, yeah. Jagged blade cuts the silence. Kick the gears until they fade. Static burns to rusty wire. Setting every doubt on fire. Ready for the sudden strike. Taking what I really like. No more waiting for the sign. When I'm inside the machine. Walking the broken streets, hey, grind concrete under feet. Drop this cheap when pulses high. Look me in the narrow eye, yeah. Every brick is left untold. Trading silver for the gold. Pressure in the hollow chest. With the spirit to the test. Go! Drink the volume till it's not solid into clever chat. Running through the city maze, living in like rhythmic haze. Pulling like the hollow man. To the battle all you can. Back the delta, walls them down. Wear the heavy plastic crown. Break that. Ignore the pain. Jagged blade cuts the Feel the pain. Walk on the broken streets. Grind concrete on the feet. Talk is cheap when pulse is high. Look me in the narrow. Yeah, every back is left on toe. Trading silver for the gold. Dash in the hollow chest. Put the spirit to the test. Bring the volume till it snaps. Pulling to grab a trap. Running through the city maze. Living in the frantic haze. Point at the hollow man. Hey, break the pattern where you can. Fast up till the walls come down. With a heavy blasted crowd. Anarchy in the raw vein. Break out the iron chain. Scream against the grain. Rush in, ignore the pain. Walk on the broken streets. Hey, grind concrete on the feet. Talk is cheap when pulse is high. Look me in the narrow eye. Yeah, everything's left untold. Trading silver for the gold. Cash it in a hollow chest. Put the spirit to the test. Bring to the volume till it snaps. Falling into clever traps. Running through the city maze. Living in a frantic haze. Point at the hollow man. Break the pattern while you can. Faster till the walls come down. With a heavy plastic crown. Energy in the raw vein. Break up the iron chain. Scream against the grain. Rush, ignore the pain. Walk on the broken streets. Hey, grind concrete on the feet. Talk is cheap and pulse is high. I put a smoke right through the hollow gold. Heavy steps up on the gravel where the engine turns cold. Tell me what you see when the neon starts to bleed. I got everything you want, but nothing that you need. Step into the circle where the shadows turn to dance. Holding on to nothing, just a fever in a trance. That's the way I move through the static in the doors. Building up the pressure till the copper to the rod. Break the floor tonight. Yeah, we burning up the side. Heavy pressure in the rhythm do the rest. Cruising through the alley with the windows rolled down. Picking up the pieces of a broken plastic crown. Yeah, I heard the joke, but I never put away. Get the motor running while I'm standing at the gate. Put in the pocket, in the rhythm in the bone. Better watch the tone when you're walking on the low. Static in the wire, making signals in the head. Every single word is better left than in his head. Either way, it flickers like a wire on the fritz. Driving up the million wall and burning on the streets. Higher than the ceiling where the rappers stop the bend. Following the motion to where we stop at the end. Then you feel the vision, yes, it gets within the grind. Leaving every little burden for behind. Older than I don't know, crashing down up on the roof. Looking for the battle, but then looking for the roof. Break the floor tonight. Yeah, we're burning up the site. Heavy pressure in the chest. Let the rhythm do the rest. got everything you want but nothing that you need. Step into the circle with the shadows on the dance, holding on to nothing, just a fever in a trance. Watch the way I move through the static and the dust, building up the pressure to the cover on the rust. Break the floor tonight. Yeah, we burning up the side. Heavy pressure in the chest. Let the rhythm do the rest. Cruising through the alley with the windows rolled down, picking up the pieces of a broken plastic crown. Yeah, I heard the talk, but I never got the work. Keep them all up running while I'm standing at the gate. Papa in the pocket and the rhythm in the bone. Better watch the throne when you're walking all alone. Static in the wire, mapping signals in the head. Every single word is better left until it's said. Either way it flickers like a wire on a wrist, tearing up the manual and burning all the strips. Higher than the ceiling where the rafters start to bend. Following the motion till we reach the bitter end. Can you feel the friction that the kids begin to grind? Leaving every heavy hit the burden bar behind. Louder than the thunder crashing down up on the roof. Looking for the bottle, but I'm looking for the proof. The floor tonight. Yeah, we burning up inside. Heavy pressure in the chest. Let the rhythm do the rest. I pull the smoke right through the hollow gold. Every step's up on the gravel while the ending turns cold. Tell me what you see when the neon starts to bleed. I got everything you want, but nothing that you need. Step into the circle where the shadows in the dance, holding on to nothing, just the fever in the dance. Watch the way I move through the static and the dust, building up the pressure till the copper turns to rust. Break the floor tonight. Yeah, we burning up the site. Heavy pressure in the chest. Let the rhythm do the rest. Cruising through that alley with the windows rolled down, picking up the pieces of a broken plastic crown. Yeah, I heard the talk, but you never felt the way. Keep the motor running while I'm standing at the gate. Copper in the pocket and I'm with them in the bone. Stirring the rush the throne when you're walking all alone. Static in the back and making signals in the head. Every single word is better left until it's said. Either way it flickers like a wire on the fritz, tearing up the manual and burning all the strips. Higher than the ceiling where the rafters start to bend. Following the motion till we reach the bitter bend. Do you feel the friction as the kids begin to grind? Leaving every heavy little burden far behind. Louder than the thunder crashing down upon the roof. Looking for the bottle, but I'm looking for the proof. Break the floor tonight. Yeah, we burning up the site. Heavy pressure in the chest. Let the rhythm do the rest. Cruising through the alley with the windows rolled down, picking up the pieces of a broken plastic crown. I heard the talk, but I never got the way. Keep the motor running while I'm standing at the gate. In the pocket and the rhythm in the bone. To watch the throne when you're walking all alone. Standing in the wire, making signals in the head. Every single word is better left until it's said. See the way it flickers like a wire on the face. Tearing up the manual and burning all the strips. Higher than the ceiling when the rafters start to bend. Following the motion till we reach the bitter end. Can you feel the friction as the beats begin to grind? Leaving every heavy. Watching every motion, tension starts to break. Fever in the skin, madness will begin. Shifting in a way, nothing left to say. Rhythm of a gear, signals becoming clear. Walking on every wire, filling up with desire. Maybe dreaming of a state, reason not to wait. Got logic and electric rhythm to be perfect. Surge within the system, show me how to go. Gravity is pulling, running in space. Signal in the red, words you never said. Fever screams in the hall. Watch the shadows crawl. Heavy skin on the wire. Building up a fire. Move it, move it, move. Engines are improving. Reaching for the ledge. Living on the edge. velvet gloom. No one catches the fall. Secrets on the wall, silver thread, where the night began. Stop, talk, feel the beat, beat, beat down on the iron street. Hear the screams in the hall, watch the shadows crawl. Heavy skin on the wire, fire, building up a fire. Move it, move it, move. Engines are improving, reaching for the ledge, living on the edge. Cold skins, nowhere left to hide. High tension ride. Cold skin never lie. Watch the clock tick fast while the copper starts to melt. Steel teeth grinding on the heavy leather belt. Pressure in the pipe and the steam begins to choke. Flip the heavy lever till the circuit starts to smoke. Ignite the gasoline inside a hollow rusted shell. Better move your feet before you trip into the well. Tearing through the fabric like a razor through the silk. Crushing every bone and then we're spilling all the milk. Step back, let the engine roar, yeah. Break down every lock, metal door, yeah. Step back, let the engine roar, yeah. Break down every lock, metal door, yeah. Listen to the rattle of the coins inside the tin, keep your head down low if you really wanna win. Dirt another nails while we're digging in the yard, playing every hand but we're keeping every card. Sweat on the collar and the grease on the palm, walking through the storm like I'm looking for the calm. Fake heavy smoke rising up from the stag, never looking sideways or we're never looking back. Shaking up the gravel while the tires start to spin. Peeling off the paint and we're showing all the skin. Tie the knot tight and we're pulling on the rope. Climbing up the ladder but we're throwing out the hope. Sparks flying high like a hammer on the stone. Chewing on the gristle and we're breaking every bone. Keep the motor running till the pistons start to fail. Biting on the lid while we're driving in the nail now. Step back, let the engine roar, yeah. Cold boots on pavement, V12 raw in basement, gold on the iron gate, move, never hesitate, steel moves in smoke, life is no joke, silver tools for a ride, nowhere left behind, dome heavy, chrome heavy, chrome heavy, chrome heavy,
chrome heavy, chrome heavy, chrome heavy, push it.
chrome heavy, push it, king of the yard. Wheels spin on street, heavy metal heat,
Heavy metal heat, yeah.
leather seats, ink black, weight in the rucksack, meetings in the van, master of the plan. Teeth on metal bait, vault open heavyweight, fuel in the copper tank, play, up from the bank.
Why screaming red, keep the beast well fed.
Glass against the wall, watch the giants fall. Hands tight on wheel, know just how we feel. Steam in copper pipe, the scene is very right.
Chrome heavy, push it.
King of the yard. Wheels spin on street, heavy metal heat. Clicking gears inside the hollow silver frame. Static whispers calling through the wire vein. Pressure rising steady in the narrow gauge. Turning over every rusted heavy page. Colder than the copper in the basement floor. Counting down the seconds to the open door. Hold the breath until the rhythm starts to break. Realize the gravity of every small mistake. Shut it down. Break the cycle now. Right to the bone. Watch it burn alone. To a ghost of self. Left the keys inside the ignition of the car. Driving nowhere under every hidden star. Coffee stains upon the manual of the machine. Filtering the gray out of the neon screen. Footsteps heavy on the concrete by the lake. Calculate the friction of a sudden break. Hear the whistle blowing from the factory line, searching for a signal or a better sign. Every wire tangled in a mess of gold, losing every story that was never told. Watch the needle spinning on the broken dial, walking through the corridor of every mile. Tension snapping like a cord against the wall, waiting for the moment that the heavy shadow falls. Shadow shut it down. Break the cycle now. Right through the bone. Watch it burn alone. Every breath in the hollow of a rusted silver frame, tearing through the paper walls to find a steady lane. I am chasing shadows where the concrete starts to bleed. So in every hollow word like a bitter winter seed. Watch the static crawling up the spine of every street, crushing all the evidence beneath my heavy feet. Tell me if you hear the ghost of every bridge I burn, waiting for the gravity that I have never Rip the wires out. Let the fever shout. I am gone, far beyond. Counting every cup I stain up on my shaking hands, walking on the jagged edge of shifting desert sands. You were just a flicker in a cold and empty room. I am just the echo of a sudden heavy doom. Keep the rhythm steady while the engine starts to fail, leaving every honest thought outside the iron rail. Nothing stays the same when the ink begins to dry underneath the pressure of a gray and heavy sky. Breaking through the ceiling just to feel the sudden cold, selling every secret that was never meant be sold. I can see the cracks across the surface of the floor, running from the silence through a wide and open door, pushing all the limits till the metal starts to scream, waking from the middle of a long and heavy dream. Keep the focus sharp enough to cut the heavy wire, standing on the edge of every cold and dying fire. The wires out. Let the fever shout. I am gone, far beyond. pressing on my skin. Every breath is heavy like a ghost within. The wires pulling on the hollow frame. Tried to shout but I forgot the hidden name. Broken circuits running in the quiet hall. Waiting for the moment when the pieces fall. Steady hands are shaking on the edge of red. Nothing left to follow where the tables led. Watch it fade to gray. Hold the weight today. Let the currents play. Break the world away. Step inside the circle where the cobras hide. Keep the pressure steady while the shadow hide. Talking in the echoes of a dusty floor. Maybe I don't need to find the open door. Counting every second in the leaden air. Find a little reason in a vacant stare. Pretty rhythm beating like a rusty gear. Hard to tell if anything is really near. Everything is shifting in a liquid pace. I can see the outline of a different face. Turn the dial slowly till the signal snaps. Running through the logic of the inner map. See the metal running on a silver thread. Pedaling back questions in the unsaid bed. Closer to the center of the heavy sound. Feet are falling from the solid ground. Watch it fade to gray. Hold the weight today. Let the currents sway. Break the world away. I can feel the static. I can feel the static. I can feel the static. I can feel the static pressing on my skin. Every breath is heavy like a ghost within. Watch the wires pulling on the hollow frame. Try to shout but I forgot the hidden name. Broken circuits in the quiet hall. Waiting for the moment when the pieces fall. Steady hands are shaking on the edge of red. Nothing left to follow where the cables led. Watch it fade to gray. Hold the weight today. Let the currents sway. Break the world away. Step inside the circle where the cold reside. Push it steady while the shadow hides. Talking in the echoes of a dusty floor. Maybe I don't need to find the open door. Found every second in the living air. Put a little reason in a vacant stare. Gritty rhythm beating like a rusty gear. Hard to tell if anything is really near. Everything is shifting in a liquid pace. I can see the outline of a different face. Turn the dial slowly till the signal snaps. Running through the logic of the inner map. See you the metal running on a silver thread. Better leave the questions in the unsaid bed. Closer to the center of the heavy sound. Feet are finally lifted off the solid ground. Watch it fade to gray. Hold the weight today. Let the current sway. Break the world away. Step inside the circle where the cold resides. Keep the pressure steady while the shadow hides. Locking in the echoes of a dusty floor. Maybe I don't need to find the open door. Count every second in the leaden air. Found a little reason in the vacant stare. Gritty rhythm beating like a rusted gear. Hard to tell if anything is really near. Everything is shifting in a liquid haze. I can see the outline of a different face. Turn the dial slowly till the signal snaps. Run through the logic of the inner map. Hear the metal grinding on the silver thread. Better leave the questions in the unsaid bed. Closer to the center of the heavy sound. Feet are finally lifting off the solid ground. Watch it fade to gray. Hold the weight today. Let the current sway. Break the world away. Step inside the circle where the cold resides. Keep the pressure steady while the shadow hides. Talking in the echo of a dusty floor. Maybe I don't need to find the open door. Counting every second in the leaden air. Found a little reason in the vacant stare. Gritty rhythm beating like a rusted gear. Hard to tell if anything is real. Sleep in the stillness, we never rest. No test. Cold veins under heavy chest. Looking for the manifest. Static coming in the bones, staying in the danger zone. Echoes of the ancient tone, standing on the throne alone. Watch the needle hit the red, words that never stay unsaid. Metal rattling in the head, walking red as shadow tread. Gravity is pulling tight, breaking through the heavy night. Ignite this spark, ignite the fucking love within the liquid. Lost within the liquid light. Step into the hollow. No tomorrow to follow. Watching ghosts in the machine. Your vibration, that my queen.